Hi everyone, in today's video lesson we'll all be talking about rationals. So let's start with the definition of rational expressions. When we say rational expressions, these are expressions showing a ratio of two polynomial expressions, meaning it is written in a form p over q or in a fraction form, wherein your p and q are both polynomial expressions. Ibig sabihin po, they cannot have any exponents that are negative or fractions. It cannot also have radical symbols. Also, in a rational expression, your denominator q should not be equal to 0. Examples of these are x squared over 2 plus x and 3x plus 1 all over x. Now, which is a rational expression? Is it expression A or expression B? So the rational expression is expression A since, as you can see, both the numerator and the denominator are polynomial expressions. However, in B, the numerator is a polynomial expression, but the denominator cannot be considered a polynomial expression since one of its terms or variable has an exponent that is negative. Now let's talk about the differences between a rational expression, a rational function, a rational equation, and a rational inequality. When we say rational expression, as we have defined earlier, it is simply the ratio of two polynomial expressions, meaning it is simply written as a fraction form and you have a numerator and denominator that are both polynomial expressions. When we say rational function naman, this is a quotient of two polynomials and it has a notation of a function. An example of this is f of x equal to x plus 1 all over 2x minus 1. So as you can see, nakita natin si function notation f of x. And again, you may use any letters as long as it is written in the notation form of a function. Halimbawa, g of x, a of b, m of n. So, any letters that are used in a given functional equation. And then you have the equal sign, tapos a rational expression. Next, for the rational equation naman, this includes one or more rational expressions that are being equated. So, ibig sabihin, you have two or more rational equations na merong equal sign in between them. So, example of this is x plus 2 over 3x plus 1 equal to x squared all over 4x minus 5. And lastly, rational inequality, it's almost the same as your rational equation. The only difference is the usage of inequality symbols instead of the equal signs. So you may see the greater than symbol, less than symbol, greater than or equal symbol, less than or equal symbol, or yung not equal symbol. So an example of this is 2x all over x minus 1 less than or equal to 5 over x. Let's proceed with the operations on rational expressions. So this certain topic applies the lesson on the operations on functions as well as the steps or the procedures in the operations of fractions. Let's start with addition and subtraction. So for addition and subtraction, you'll be simply following these steps. First is to find the LCD, then solve for the equivalent fractions or the equivalent rational expressions. Next, you can add or subtract the numerators depending on what operation is given. Number 3, use the LCD as the denominator, then simplify. So to simplify to simplify your answer, you can simply use the factoring method, tapos just cancel out any pair of numerator and denominator that is the same. Example of that is, ayan, the one shown in this presentation. Next, let's proceed with multiplication. So the steps in multiplication is to factor the numerators. Next is to factor the denominators. Then cancel the pairs of factors from the numerator and denominator. Then simplify your answers. So whatever is left in your numerator and denominator will be the final answer. And just like the one shown in this presentation. For division naman, it's almost the same with multiplication. The only difference is that on the first step, you have to find the reciprocal of the divisor first. So once you are able to find the reciprocal of the divisor, meaning the second rational expression, the expression after your division symbol. So in this case, in this example, the divisor is x plus 3 over x minus 2. So you will just have to find its reciprocal, interchange the positions of the numerator and the denominator. Thus, you'll proceed with the steps in multiplication. Now, let's try solving operations on rational expressions. So, given our expressions here, 5x minus 4 all over 9x cubed plus 27x squared minus x plus 6 all over 9x cubed plus 27x squared. We'll be following the steps on addition or subtraction of rational expressions. Kasi nga, the operation here is subtraction. So the first step is to find the LCD. But as you can see, our denominators are already the same. So that means we'll skip that part and just proceed with the subtraction of the numerator. So you'll be given here 5x minus 4 minus x plus 6 all over the common denominator 9x cubed plus 27x squared. So to subtract your numerators, we'll use KCC. So you'll have 5x minus 4, positive x will become negative x, and positive 6 will become negative 6. All over 9x cubed plus 27x squared. Now we can combine the similar terms in the numerator. So we have 5x and negative x, which will give us 4x. We also have negative 4 and negative 6, which will give us negative 10. All over 9x cubed plus 27x squared. Since there are no more similar terms, you can just look if you can still simplify your rational expression. And again, to simplify, you may just take a look at their factors and see if you can cancel any common factors from the numerator and denominator. Yan. So let's say, ayan, from this expression, but the numerator can be factored using CMF. The common factor is 2. So we can factor out 2 and we'll be left with 2x minus 5. For the denominator naman, you have the common factor 9x squared. And you'll have x plus 3. And so in factoring them, you will notice that there are no common factors. So that means this is already simplified. So your final answer is 4x minus 10 all over 9x cubed plus 27x squared. Next example, let's say you're given 5v over v minus 3 plus 5 over v plus x. So in this case, we have different denominators. So we'll have to find their LCD first. To find the LCD, you have to factor the denominator. But as you can see, v minus 3 and v plus x are both non-factorable already. So that means we'll just copy them and then multiply them to each other. So that means your denominator will be v minus 3 times v plus 6. And for the numerator, simply divide your LCD to your original denominator, then multiply your answer to your numerator. So to divide, you can simply just cancel the similar denominators from your LCD and your denominator. So for the first one, v over v minus 3 times v plus x divided by the original denominator, v minus 3. So, just cancel v minus 3. Ang matitira is si v plus 6. So, that means in your numerator, you'll just have yung original numerator na 5v times yung natira from your LCD na factor, which is v plus 6. The same thing with the second rational expression. So, v minus 3 times v plus 6, your LCD, divided by your original denominator, v plus 6. So, ika-cancel lang natin si v plus 6. So, ang matitira is si v minus 3. Therefore, in your numerator, you'll have 5 times v plus 3. So, this will be equal to the addition of your numerator. So, that's 5v times v plus 6 plus 5 times v plus 3 all over your LCD. V minus 3 times v plus 6. To simplify your numerator, syempre before we can add, we have to multiply them first. So 5v times v plus 6 will be 5v squared plus 30v. And then 5 times v3 is positive 5v plus 15. All over your denominator again, v minus 3 times v plus 6. So simplify your numerator by combining like terms. We have 30v and 5v. So you'll have 5v squared plus 35v plus 15 all over v minus 3 times v plus 6. Now, can we still simplify this? So again, just check if you can cancel out any common factors. So for the numerator, we can still factor that using grouping. Pwede rin naman common monomial factor kasi meron siyang common monomial factor na 5. So, let's factor out 5 and you'll have v squared plus 7v plus 3 all over v minus 3 times v plus 6. So v squared plus 7b plus 3 can no longer be simplified or can no longer be factored. So we'll stick with this as our final answer. Another example is 1 over a squared plus 3a plus 2 plus 2 over a plus 1. Again, in this case, we have different denominators, so we'll have to find the LCD by factoring our denominators. So this will just give us 1 over the factor of a squared plus 3a plus 2a can be found using SPP or sum and product pattern, which is a plus 1 over a plus 2. And then for the second one, we have 2 over a plus 1, which can no longer be simplified. Now for the LCD, if you have any common factor, so a plus 1 and a plus 1, we will just be writing them once. So each pair can only be written once in your LCD. So we'll have a plus 1, and then all the other factors doesn't have a partner, kokopyahin lang natin. A plus 2 plus a plus 1 over a plus 2. Then we'll divide and then multiply to the numerator. So LCD divided by your original denominator. So a plus 1 times a plus 2 divided by a plus 1 times a plus 2. So both of the factors are the same. So walang matitira. That means that's just 1 times the original numerator 1. So 1 pa rin siya. Next, for the second one, we have a plus 1 times a plus 2 divided by the original denominator a plus 1. So ang makakancel lang is si a plus 1. Therefore, you'll have 2 times a plus 2. So that means to combine, we'll just combine the numerator 1 plus 2 times a plus 2 all over the LCD a plus 1 times a plus 2. So this is 1 plus 2a plus 4 all over a plus 1 times a plus 2. Combine like terms from your numerator. You'll have 2a plus 5 all over a plus 1 times a plus 2. So this is our final answer already. For multiplication, let's have 8n over 4n plus 4 times 8n plus 8. To solve this, just factor all the numerators and denominator. So we'll have 8n over the denominator can be factored using SIMF, and the common factor is 4. 4 times n plus 1 times, again, the numerator can be factored using CMF. 8 times n plus 1 over 10. So as you can see, our common factor is n plus 1. So we'll just cancel them. And then you'll have to multiply whatever is left. So that's 8n times 8, which is 64n over 4 times 10 is 40. And however, you will notice that your coefficients or the constant numbers are still factorable by the same numbers. So, pwede pa rin natin yun ma-simplify. So, using 8. So, 64 divided by 8 is 8. So, that's 8n. All over 40 divided by n is 5. So, this is our final answer. Another example is 1 over v minus 4 times v squared minus 7v plus 12 over v plus 3. So again, factor them. 1 can no longer be factored, the same with v minus 4 times v squared minus 7v plus 12 can be factored using sum and product pattern. We have v minus 3 times v minus 4 all over v plus 3. Cancel all the common factors. We have v minus 4 and v minus 4. So what is left is 1 times v minus 3, which will give us v minus 3. So denominator, we have v plus 3. For division, let's have 1 all over x minus 5 divided by 5 over 6x plus 30. So first, we find the reciprocal of our divisor. So our divisor is 5 over 6x plus 30. So we'll just interchange their positions. So copy the first rational expression, 1 over x minus 5. And then from division, you'll have multiplication times 6x plus 30 over 5. To multiply, factor them. So 1 can no longer be factored, the same with x minus 5. Times 6x plus 30 can be factored using common monomial factor 6. So this is 6 times x plus 5 all over 5. So as you can see, we don't have any common factors. So we'll just proceed with multiplying the numerators and the denominators. So 1 times 6 times x plus 5 is still 6 times x plus 5 all over x minus 5 times 5 is 5 times x minus 5. So this is 6x plus 30 all over 5x minus 25.